Now, a killer is someone who kills.
No shit.
But in video games, the killers always have something to gain or have a goal to strive for. Also, I wanted to point out are the player's choices. I'll cover games that you can make the choice or it happens naturally. But not all of the people I'll list are not crazy, but some of them do go insane. Now let's get into our first protagonist / killer.
Travis touchdown.
Travis is an interesting character. He's an otaku or weeb, and for the people in the back who don't know what an otaku is, it's someone who is a fan or obsessed with anime. Now, I want to get this out of the way. A lot of people relate to Travis because he's a weeb and a literally me character. His original goal was to get laid and get to the top of the leaderboard of assassins. This motive does change once he opens up to Sylvia, the love interest, about his parents' death and how he wants to find out about his parents' killer.
Well done, son. She was the girl you loved.
It's his sister / love interest, Jean. Be careful, Travis. She's part of the Andy and Layla community. With Jean, she's the same boat as Travis, killing all sorts of people to be at the top. But Travis has killed many people, even in the first game. Jean probably has a high body count because, she can literally one-shot a boss, so I don't doubt that she can kill more than one guy. Travis has a weird moral code, which he doesn't like killing women opponents, although in the second game, they forget about that and let Travis get back on the top again. In the second game, he does get laid, so there's that. Travis is interesting, due to the voice actor voicing the medic from Team Fortress 2, who is another killer, but I'll think about saving a video for him in the future. But going back to Travis, weirdly enough, he's not crazy. His drive to be at the top is always clear. But is he a bad person? Yes and no. The reason being is that he's an assassin too, so being compared with other assassins is nothing to wager because in the world of assassins, everyone is a killer. Travis puts himself in the world of assassins because of his goals. He'll kill anyone who possesses a threat while putting himself in danger, and he does make friends and a lot of enemies in the series. I believe he has a sense of being neutral, since he does kill and sometimes spares people. He's not a bad guy, but he's no hero. While we're on the list of assassins,
Agent 47.
I can't believe I'm talking about the Hitman franchise. So our main man, Agent 47, is a hitman and an assassin. He is skilled in killing, so obviously he's a killer so we can move on. No! 47 doesn't kill all the time, or at least he tries his best not to. He can knock out innocent people with various tools around the world. Literally. But why does 47 kill? It's simple. He's a paid killer or a hitman.
He said it! He said it!
Most of the people he kills are usually bad people, right? Most of the time. Yeah, they are horrible people. Some are other killers, politicians, notice I didn't even have to say corrupt politician, moles within the ICA, aka the International Contract Agency, and many more. 47 is a clone and is well trained and equipped with snipers and silenced pistols. But does he have a moral compass? In a few cases he is knocked out and even refused to kill someone. But the difference between Travis and 47 are night and day. With Travis, he's more human and energetic, while 47 is cold and professional with his work. 47 doesn't have remorse due to being a clone and not having a normal life, and even when he wants to get a normal life, he's pulled right back into being a hitman. Unfortunately, 47 will never escape the world of assassins, because without it, 47 is forever a number. I know, another Yandere Simulator reference, go figure. And right after Hitman? What am I, stupid? Actually, don't answer that. So from my video on Yandere Sim, a lot of people pointed out that Ayano has a curse called the Ashy Curse. And I wanted to say that it's kind of a dumb idea, but it does fit the world of Yandere Sim. Now, Ayano as a character is nothing remarkable. She does have a simple goal, to get her true love no matter what. Simple, yet effective. Ayano does have a bit of morals to her. I think it's clever that she goes out of her way to help the rivals, even though she puts a fake face for her own gain. And you can be a pacifist and never kill a single rival. Now, I'm gonna point out the elephant in the room and say that she's a lot like Hitman, like a little too much like 47. Don't believe me? Ayano has the same mannerisms as 47.
She always let me copy her notes. She would never have kept me waiting like this. Sometimes it feels like she's changed.
People change.
It's stupid, but I'm kind of scared she's outgrowing me. Like maybe she's changing, but I'm just staying the same. I'm just, I don't know, dead weight.
She agreed to meet you in the middle of the night, in the rain. No one does that if they don't care.
Guess that's true. Really ruining her shoes in this weather, just so we can get drinks.
Maybe you can pick up the tab.
That's a good idea.
You have a nice place, Yanchan.
Thanks.
Where are your parents?
Overseas.
So you take care of yourself? That must be hard.
I manage.
You said you had something important to tell me, right?
Yes. It's about the boy from class 3 too. The boy you have a crush on.
Coincidence? I think not!
You even have a target each week and they get harder and harder. But here's what's interesting. The fact that she doesn't have the skills, I mean, you can join the martial arts club and have a slight buff, she can kill anyone and get away with it. It's scary because 47 is a trained assassin, while Ayano is a schoolgirl. It's scary to think about because it has happened in real life. Ayano is boring by default, which makes your Ayano the way you want her to be. A lot of people didn't see the point of why I referenced Patrick Bateman in my video, which is fine if you don't know who he is, but the reason why I referenced him is because we don't know why he does all the horrible things. All we know is that he's rich and disgusted by everyone and everything. He too puts on a fake face. We don't know whether he is born evil or he's that rich or he's bored out of his mind that he enjoys killing and eating his victims.
Hey, Paul!
Happy birthday, Paul.
In the game, it doesn't outright tell you about the curse. It sucks because it's never explained well. I get that it's a demo and the story hasn't been fleshed out, but I wish it would at least lay out the ground rules first. But I do have a theory, and it may or may not be true, so take it with a grain of salt. What if you can break the curse, but in the end, Ayano is no different from the curse and the other Ashis before her and after?
Jason Brody.
Okay, this is actually interesting because Jason is not a killer, at least before he got on the island. So Jason is unique because we get to see him grow in the game.
He said it! He said it!
He did the same joke about 3 times already. I don't think it's funny anymore.
At first, he's a frat boy who seems to be always partying. Later, he gets captured by Voss, who is the leader of the pirates of the island. He's another killer, but this video isn't about him.
Pull the trigger. Come on, motherfucker. Pull the trigger!
After Jason and his brother Grant break out of their cage, Grant gets shot by Voss while Jason in a state of panic. Voss even gives Jason a head start. During the chase, he is stopped by a pirate. Jason kills him out of self-defense, which is the only time he does, because for the rest of the game, he becomes more and more relentless. It's scary to see this transition in someone like Jason. Most of the people I've covered are all psychos in their own way. Everyone I've mentioned have no remorse. Travis, Agent 47, Ayano and her mother, all of them have no remorse because they're all so focused on their goals and gains. With Jason, he is trying to survive like everyone else on the island. When he does save his friends, that I forgot to mention, he doesn't care because he wants to keep killing. If he goes back home, he'll be doing the same thing before his first kill. Drinking, partying, it'll never change. On the island, he wants to stay because the people on the island gave him a reason to not leave. Jason is someone we can relate more than Travis. The feeling of importancy, like you matter, is always something to strive for. It's more of a feeling than a mindset. The people of the island gave him the feeling of a hero. In the game, he finishes the pirates and a private militia. He has done way more than the island can do for him, but at what cost? Looking at the mountain of bodies he's racked up, all the hunting he's done, he became the island. All the outsiders, his friends, and the pirates are all scared of him. Jason became a force of nature. This is probably the first noble killer of this entire list. Arthur as a character is amazing, but what he's done is justified? Yes, and also no. Remember, this takes place very late in the 1800s, so everything is trying to kill you, whether that be Mother Nature, people, society, other gangs, and many, many more.
Well, I guess that's that then.
Now, I'm gonna stick to a high honor Arthur, only because it's technically canon and it's more emotional in the end. But back to Arthur. In the life of Arthur Morgan, it's a rough one. He has been through so much to the point where you feel bad for him. Unlike most people I've listed, Arthur takes a huge backseat in the gang that he's in, which is the Vanderland gang. Most of the major events are all planned by Dutch, the leader of said gang. Arthur is a huge criminal, because in this era, it's either steal or work yourself to death.
It's the lumbago.
Arthur has done a lot for people. He's killed bounty hunters, which are not the best of people, especially the police force being so small, other gangsters, so on and so forth. Arthur does have remorse for people he's threatened and killed. He even questions Dutch if what they're doing is right, and spoilers for anyone who hasn't beaten the game. When Dutch kills Leviticus Cornwall, who is someone they stole from, Arthur starts to question if everything he's doing is right. Now, Arthur reflects a lot in this game. Unlike Travis, 47, and Ayano, they don't question why they kill, because everyone is blinded by their goals and get idealistic with their methods. Now,
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say.
but Arthur doesn't even want anything. He doesn't really think for himself because he's worried about everyone else, which is really selfless of him to do. And as sad as it might be, but Arthur doesn't even have anything to lose. That's why he helps others besides himself. And a lot of people say that Arthur is heartless in a lot of ways due to the fact that he has nothing going for him. But Arthur has spared a lot of people. He's disarmed, he can knock out people. One time he even lets one guy go because his gun didn't work, but he gets his head blown off as soon as he heads out the door.
I got one who was trying to escape.
I was letting him go.
But is Arthur a bad guy? Hell no. I think what he does is extremely noble of him to do. Although he is forced to do a lot of bad things because he's in a camp full of criminals. He's even accidentally ruined a family at one point, although the father was already sick to begin with. Arthur made it worse by shaking him down. But he has helped a lot of people. But Arthur will never be happy. With all the death, the crimes he's committed, he can never be happy. For as sad as his life is, he is forced to kill people that are going to kill him because he's in a gang that has committed a lot of crimes. It's unfortunate because Arthur is a good guy. His life is probably the most interesting of this whole list because this is something that can happen to someone. Not to say that Jason isn't realistic, but it's a little macho with the scenario he's in. The reason why I say Arthur is a noble killer is because he doesn't needlessly kill everyone, and most of the people I've listed would kill you if you'd looked at them funny. Regardless, Arthur is amazing, plain and simple. At least he can say that he has seen hell and heaven on earth. And that's it. I wasn't expecting to make this video because this is one of my old ideas from 2019, and I'm happy to make it. Also, sorry if I left a lot of details out from some characters. I'm doing an overview for most of them to make this video. If you want me to do a deeper dive into a character, from a video game to a movie, let me know in the comments. But as always, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.